Hi, welcome back to SwissWatchExpo. This is Jason here, and today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite Breitling timepieces today, so stay tuned. Hi, welcome back to SwissWatchExpo. So today I'm going to be talking about this beautiful Breitling Navitimer, one that we have available at SwissWatchExpo. But just to give you a little bit of background about Breitling itself, it was actually founded in 1884 by Leon Breitling, and they actually started by creating aircraft instruments for the cockpit of an aircraft, which is very interesting because this Navitimer right here was built for pilots. And if you take a really close look at this timepiece right here, you can see there's a lot of different complications that you really don't see on a normal timepiece. So you have what's called a slide rule bezel here. So I'm not really too sure on how to actually measure the slide rule on this, but if you are a pilot, this is something that would be very useful for you in order to measure the kilometers and the miles and the time it takes for you to get to your certain destination. And I think it's just a really cool touch that they added on here, and they kept continuing this brand even to the modern age, which I really enjoy here. So if you really take a close look at this timepiece, the Navitimer actually comes from obviously two words put together with navigation and timer, so that's really what this timepiece is meant for. It is a self-winding certified chronometer movement on this timepiece here. And one thing that I really enjoy what they did about this particular timepiece is at some point Breitling has changed their logos a pretty decent amount over the time, but they actually went back to their classic logo with the wings. And I think that really represents, aircrafts and pilots really well. And I think that's really what the Breitling brand is all about. And this is just a beautiful timepiece here. It is in the 43mm case size, but the way that they did the lugs and the overall casing here, it actually doesn't feel like a 43mm. It actually feels like a 40mm when you're wearing it on your wrist. And I think they just did a really great job with that sapphire crystal. It gives you a very flat profile while you're wearing this timepiece here. And it's just one of my absolute favorites. It's a classic Breitling Navitimer that you really can't go wrong with. All right, so you do have the crown here with the pushers on the sides, which will control the chronometer settings on this timepiece, which is an absolutely classic look for Breitling. And if you take a really close look, there is a tiny little date wheel there around the 4 to 5 o'clock area. I really also enjoy the stainless steel bracelet that they added on here. I think it's kind of, it's actually one of my favorites over the Jubilee bracelet on a Rolex. I think the design of this is just absolutely gorgeous and really comfortable to wear on your wrist. We do have a great selection of these Breitling Navitimers here at SwissWatchExpo.com. So leave a comment down below. What's your favorite model in the Breitling line? And I would love to know. And this one is actually one of my favorites with the black dial here. So again, check us out at SwissWatchExpo.